Nobody's going to watch this for actual makeup tips. You're going to watch this, and people who actually know how to do makeup are going to realize I don't know how to do makeup at all. I just fake it until it looks decent every day. Hello and welcome to Learning with my Giselle Savitra. Hello everyone, I'm my Giselle Savitra, the face behind the voice behind underlying frequencies, and this YouTube channel is going to go into some topics on the podcast that I didn't really get to talk too much about, or that I just have more information on. Or if you guys have questions, I'm going to start doing this thing where we have questions for people to ask about the podcast. All 10 of you listeners out there, including my dad. Hi, Dad. I thought it would be fun to do a Q&A thing. I didn't have very many Q+A, but that's okay. I have some. In each episode of this new YouTube channel, I'm going to be doing something so that I'm teaching you about a podcast topic while also teaching you to do some other thing, because I'm clever like that. So in this episode, I'm just doing makeup because I didn't know what else to do. Also, if you hear my brother talking, it's because he's doing his class right now. He's a teacher, so that's fun. He's teaching the kids about the Underground Railroad. What is this? Primer. It's embarrassing that I have to show you my e.l.f. things because I buy drugstore makeup because I'm cheap. I also wear a lot of makeup. I never used to wear this much. I just started doing it because now I like to look unnatural when I go out in public. Let's see. Oh, jeez, I'm dropping everything. Okay. This first question is not a question. It just says, oh, don't be afraid of growing up. It's all a ruse anyways. And this comes from YOLO. But I agree. Growing up is a ruse. You know, when old people used to be like, oh, don't grow up, ha ha ha. We should have listened, because for real, this is not it. Some of it's a good time, because when you're older, you get to do things now legally, but I'm very lopsided, which is also why I like to wear makeup, because it makes you less lopsided, if you're a lopsided gal like me. Well, it says don't be afraid of growing up. Well, okay, everything is a ruse because nothing is real, as I've been saying. That's my catchphrase of my life, of this decade at least. I've been saying it, nothing is real. All these constructs are just made up. Somebody just decided to make up that women should have a certain place. That's a made up thing. Or gay people made that up. Or even just social expectations. People are expected to not to conceal how we're actually feeling. Nobody actually talks about what we want. Nobody's really honest all the time, because it's a construct, a social construct, to act a certain way, which is weird. When you think about it, that's all just made up stuff. Okay, so now that was what is that called? Foundation, and this is concealer. Okay, this question, also not a question, just says, love you, girly. Thank you, Aaron POJ. I know that was you. I love you too. You're a nice kid. Okay. This question says, when are we going to make tamales again, bro? Now, I have a feeling this comes from Marissa Harris. Hi, Marissa Harris. Coronavirus is happening, and I'm scared to have people in my house because my parents are old and my brother has asthma. This question says, can you talk about large men? Now, this is a very specific and strange question, but I will do it. So, large people, I just want you to give me a hug, because you're so large and you're soft and cozy, like Max. Shout out to Max. Not to make you uncomfortable or anything, but I just want him to give me a hug, every time I see him, because he's large and fluffy like a bear. Well, not fluffy, but he just reminds me of a bear, a teddy bear. This is powder. This is the old lady powder that smells like old people. Airspun. This is cheap. bags under my eyes. Very much so. And as you can see, it already kind of, whoa, look at that. That's pretty neato. Burrito. Types of like large, there's all types of ways to be a large man. Like you can be like big and fluffy and large, adorable. Or you can be like, you just have like muscular, strong arms. Also adorable. People who are like ridiculously tall, like over 6 foot, they're just like funny to me. Especially people who are like skinny and scrawny and just like super tall. I just think that's funny because you look like Gumby. Like you're adorable, you're so cute, and I just think it's funny. This one says, how do you feel about white people being the minority in 10 years? Hi, Amir Bankston. I know this is you. Also, side note, I've been painting everything in my house because I've been really bored. So look at this cute makeup box today. How I feel about this is, I do not care. I think it's weird that, like, I remember people used to like talk about it in high school sometimes, be like, well, you know, white people are going to be the minority. I'm like, okay. Like, explain to me what the issue is. I think they're worried that, like, there's going to be, like, black supremacy now. I'm like, oh, geez, it's weird that you acknowledge that might happen, but fail to acknowledge that white supremacy is happening now because white people are in the majority. That's kind of goofy. Also, we were talking to Aaron Poj about this the other day. Shout out to Aaron Poj. If you're a white person, I mean, just get started early. Have an ethnic partner and have ethnic babies. Because mixed people, I'm a mixed person. I'm doing swell. I'm doing okay. This question asks, do you like cornbread? I do like cornbread. Thank you for asking me. There's lots of different types of cornbread. Sweet. There's more of the like savory, salty kind. There's saltwater cornbread, I think it's called. And that actually doesn't have salt water in it at all. It's just you fry it in a pan and it's like weird. I'm not a big fan of saltwater cornbread. But yeah, cornbread is cool. That's a fun southern dish. Invented by who, you may ask? Slaves. Because slaves invented all southern foods. Well, like the classic southern foods. People are like, that's a southern staple. They were made by black people because they wouldn't give the slaves like actual food. They gave them like scraps. If you like southern food, you have black people to thank exclusively. So say thank you to your fellow black person when you see them next. A tip from my Savidra. This one is also not a question. It just says, I stole your man. In your face, B, like the letter B. Let me tell you, I'm confused by this one. I got this one on Halloween. Because I did one on Halloween because I was kind of bored. But I don't know who this could be. I don't know who you're speaking of, let me tell you. There's no man that has left my life that I regret leaving. You left my life for a reason. You're probably kind of not so great. So if you stole him, good luck with him. I mean, you're probably not gonna have a good time. Maybe after they see this video, they'll come forward and tell me who they are, because I don't know who you are. I haven't a clue who you could possibly be. Wow, this looks bad. This one says, I know what you did to Steve Jobs. Well, let me tell you. The 80s was a wild time. There's lots of paraphernalia going on. So I don't know what I did to Steve Jobs. I don't know. So I might have been the creator of Microsoft, Apple. I don't know which one it is. I might have been the creator of that. And he might have stole it from me and taken the credit for it. And I mean, it makes sense. It could happen. It's feasible. Definitely, it's possible. I don't doubt it. So, Steve, if I invented it, please give me that money. Okay, so that's the end of my YOLO questions. Now we're moving on to Ask FM. Now, I don't know if these are actually from you people, or I don't really know how Ask FM works, so some of them might be from other people that I don't know on the internet. But I'm going to answer them anyways. What is something you think everyone should do at least once in their lives? I think everyone in the world should leave their hometowns for at least like 6 months in their lives. Now I realize that many people cannot do this because of costs. Not everyone is fortunate enough to go to college like me, because I'm a middle class person and I was able to do that, which is pretty cool. And I realized like not everybody just can do that. People have family responsibilities and all that kind of stuff. My town is very like, everyone thinks similarly, which is just like a thing that's true everywhere you go. I learned about that in political science. Like there's different political cultures and cultures everywhere in the US, and that shapes like policy and ideology and all that cool stuff. So I understand that. However, I think everyone, you need to go somewhere where the people are not like people you've seen before. And I mean that in like, it can mean so many things. Like, you can't be around the same people all the time because you're not going to learn anything new. It's just you're recycling ideas over and over and over again. Oh, shoot. You're recycling ideas over and over again. And that's not good. Like, you don't learn anything that way. It's just uninteresting. I don't think you can really, truly, like, understand. You just don't understand. Like, there's so many things that I've learned since I've been gone in college. So if you have the opportunity, just leave. Leave home for a bit. Even if it's hard, you need to do it because it'll teach you new things. You need to be around people that are different. And you need to learn new lessons. You are at the stage in your life when ... question mark. I'm at the stage in my life where I'm angry, not in a bad way, per se. I am just angry in general. Okay, I gotta stop talking when I do this eyeliner because I'll mess it up. Anyways, so I'm at the stage in my life where I'm just like mad. Like there's so many things that are wrong that need to be fixed. As I said, like everyone's kind of pretending, and I'm very like sick and tired of that. Like everyone realizes that there are issues. Like everyone knows that there are issues, but people kind of have either been misinformed or just like, I don't think people realize that the reason there's debate on certain issues isn't because of whether or not they're actually real or not, or right or wrong. It's just because certain people, like, you profit off of having injustice. And I'm angry just in general about other silly things sometimes. Like, I'll be angry about who won RuPaul's Drag Race in season 3. And I am, because Raja shouldn't have won. She's a jerk. And she's not that pretty and her voice is annoying. Again, this is from Ask FM. Money or love? And let me tell you, money. Because I buy so many things. I spent so much money on online shopping over coronavirus. Like, it's ridiculous. It's terrible. I have a full cart right now online. And I need to stop online shopping because it's bad for the environment. And I know it's not very nice. But I keep doing it anyways. Because I'm addicted to shopping. Very addicted. And what is love gonna buy me? Not a single thing. Not a single thing. Look how wonderful this eyeliner is. You can rub right over it. And it just doesn't come off. This is wonderful eyeliner. I got this online. From Shein. This next question just says hello. Hi. How are you? How's it going? How's it bipping and bopping? I'm wiping the powder off my face because I look silly. And it's all set in. This is called baking. And I learned this from Trixie Mattel. If I could go anywhere in the world, where would I go? And why? So as I've said before, if I had to run away, like if I wanted to just start a new life and that kind of stuff, I don't speak Italian, but I would go to Italy. Because I like how in the first Godfather, when Michael runs away, he runs away to Italy. And he's like, Apollonia, oh my God, she's so beautiful. And then they were like, hey, if you if you want to talk to her, you gotta marry her and court her and stuff. So, and then the mad lad did it, because he's crazy. And I would just I would want to live in a place like that where it's like the Italian countryside. And I also, because I've heard this, I've been saying this to everybody in the world. I've said it so much. I think everyone in the world knows what I'm about to say. But the eggs in America are not the way eggs are supposed to be. Because I was watching this video, and egg yolks are like orange. They're supposed to be orange, not yellow. When I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh. I bet the chickens in Italy are good. Some chickens. I'm not like a farm gal. I never. Also, technology is bad. Like, I am, like everyone else, addicted to technology. It's true. We still continue to use it because all of us are. We feed the system because we have to use it. Kind of. I assume some people are going to get bored watching me do makeup, and I apologize. Future videos, I'll be doing something else. I'm just going to be doing random things in each of these videos because I think it'll be funny. Because somebody told me once, they were like, you know, I see the things you post and you kind of have a dark sense of humor. And I was like, nah. So this is soap, by the way. Ooh la la. Look at that makeup. Thank you for joining me for the first episode of Learning with Maya Svidra. On Underlying Frequencies, new YouTube. Go ahead and, oh, hold on, final reveal. Ooh. Who's that? Who's this? Listen to Underlying Frequencies through WMHW. Shout out to them. Suggest some more ideas for topics, for videos, for podcast episodes. If you'd like to be a guest, let me know. And enjoy the rest of your Thankmas break. So thank you for everyone who did questions, for watching. Thank you. Have a nice day.